Yeah. First off, Kevin, I just want to thank you for showing that. Yes, we're drinking in, people. Thank you for showing that a fat, rather homely person can make it in Hollywood just by being slightly more funny than the next person. And you know,
I'll take it, man. That's in the pantheon of compliments. That's been pretty huge for me. So, thank you.
You know, I've seen just about every DVD of your Q&As, and I've always dreamed of what I would ask. So, you know, just to make it quick, simple, and like a freeform Q&A, Kevin, would you tell me a story about the shooting of Zack and Miri?
I don't have one. It was all such a fucking blur. I'll tell you what happened during Zack and Miri. I ate a lot. I really did. I don't know why. Maybe it was because I wasn't on camera, so I wasn't thinking about it, but I ate a fucking lot. I gained a shit ton of fucking weight. And it really fucked with my asshole quite a bit. Because the more that goes in, the more that comes out. The bathrooms in those trailers are very, very tiny and thin, so couldn't get my good spread on with the legs. Sumo spread around the bowls, so I was having a lot of shit where it squeezed between two cheeks. Trying to push butter through two tightly packed sheets of paper. That's my Zack and Miri story, but I bet you one of these guys has a way better story.
I had the same thing. Word for word.
Nobody? Come on, thanks.
We have a serious, no one has a good story. It went well. When movies go well, there's never like a cool story. There's no like Nick Nolte punched me in the face or anything like that. But it was all really fun. I don't know. It was boringly enjoyable.
We're putting that tagline on the poster. Boringly enjoyable.
It was so fun, it became repetitive. If I have one more fucking great day, I'm going to kill myself. Look, there's two guys making out of the fucking microphone.
I got nothing. All right. Lunchbox. So, what is the biggest obstacle in getting past the censors? And when those problems arise, what's the first scenes to go?
I love how those guys ask like a real question.
I just think it's funny that the J was more insightful than the sour. I never thought of doing that. Might have been funnier. We submitted the flick and we got an NC-17, which was disappointing, but I can't say that I was like, what? How did that happen? Just by virtue of the fact that I didn't feel it was an NC-17 movie. I feel it's a hard R. I think we earned the R, but I don't think we earned the NC-17. So, the process is this. You could either trim stuff out and resubmit, which we did 2 other times. We submitted it first, we got an NC-17, I made some trims, submitted again, they gave us an NC-17 still. It took out 12 more seconds of the areas that they were like, you gotta concentrate on these 2 areas, and they gave us an NC-17 again. And at that point I was just like, I think I've gone as far as I'm willing to go, let's go to the appeals process. And that's the second stage of it where you can take it in front of a different audience, show it to them, and hope that you can overturn the rating without cutting it. So that happens August 4th. There's 2 areas. One has to do with a lot of thrusting, and one has to do with something that apparently is so fucking unspeakable they don't want it in the movie. So we'll see. Hopefully they'll overturn it. If not, I got to make those trims to make that R. Contractually obligated to make an R-rated film, so it'll come out. It's not me like fighting the system. I'm not like fuck the MPAA. I did that when I was a kid. And I'm just kind of like, now I understand. It's like I gotta deliver what I'm contracted for. Or I'd rather do the cutting than like have the studio take it away and we'll make it an R. I think my R would be a little better. So that's where we are right now.
lovable characters in cinematic history, in my opinion. Jay and Silent Bob. As an aspiring writer, I'm curious to know what your views are on what makes such characters so lovable.
I was never much of a stoner. Sometimes in high school I smoked some weed and stuff. I was never really much into drinking or anything like that.
Smoked hash in the cooler.
We smoked hash at a Quick Stop once. In the cooler and shit. And I was like, how do we get out? I was like, there's you. Fuck it, let's stay. But only recently have I, and later in life, have I started smoking weed more often. Never more that. It's horrible. But I suddenly, like, after like a week straight of kind of waking and baking, I was like, God, I want to watch Clerks. And then I suddenly understood why our movies did what they did. And like found a very, I've never found more than a $30 million audience or something. I think I know why now. They're just kind of the ideal movies for that mindset. And those characters particularly, I think, were insanely non-threatening and lovable, even though they were pushers. And the one dude like got away with saying like borderline misogynist things, but he would just add "nine" after it. That made it all okay. I'm gonna fucking put my cock in your ass. And chicks who are normally staunch feminists would be like, he's so adorable. So I don't know, really, I don't think it was me. It was more the performance than anything else, and it was his performance.
My mom's here, so I'm going to pretend I don't know who Katie Morgan is.
You didn't say that.
You tell myself that. This question's actually for Kevin. Obviously, Zack and Miri is, a lot raunchier, obviously more of it, than what you've done before.
I don't know if that's really the case.
Well, maybe with more of the nudity aspect of it and more the sexual aspect. Because most of your stuff has been a lot of talking, good for talking. But I was wondering, like, did you go into Zack and Miri wanting to maybe do something different, or is that just what kind of organically came out, like wanting to kind of maybe? Am I making sense?
I don't know, it feels kind of a piece of the whole. Like when I watch it, I'm not like, this is astoundingly different than anything we've done before. It definitely, you wouldn't watch it and be like, who made that? That Clerks guy couldn't have made this movie, But going into it, I just wanted it to look better than the stuff we'd kind of done in the past. So me and Dave Klein, the DP, worked on that. I think the movie looks really, looks like a real movie. And then also, for me going in, the most important thing was like, how do you shoot sex? Because we've never done that before. We talk about sex a lot in the flicks we've done, but I've never had to shoot sex, and I had to figure that out because nobody wanted to see my version of sex. Because I'm a total bottom, my friend. I don't mount. I just lay there and like, do it. Because you don't want me hovering over you like with shaky lower, body strength, so just my hand. And the thrust makes the gut swing left and right. So my only perspective of sex is just laying down, looking straight up at the ceiling, and I only know that I'm having sex when I see her face come up in front of mine, because I can't see or feel the mount because I've lost all feeling in my dick based on the weight. So I wanted the sex to look much better than my sex.
So your mother's in the audience. Good.
It's going to bring up a lot of discussion, but it was worth it for a joke.
It'd be an awesome ride home with your mom. She's like, don't listen to that fat man. You get on top of a woman. No, Mom, I don't. Thank you, sir. Oh man, go for that.
No, not too serious.
Okay.
As the MPA's gotten a little bit more strict and they keep getting stricter with all of the censorship, do you feel that society's gotten a little bit more accepting of the adult humor? And a question and a half, kind of. Is there any material so offensive you wouldn't touch it?
All right. The first part was, has society been more accepting of? Is that what you said?
Yeah, kind of more adult humor things that might have been more taboo earlier.
If I follow your question correctly, I would say yeah, because the Apatow stuff earns like crazy. So apparently there's a market out there for it. So I would think so, yeah, I guess R-rated comedy. But R-rated comedy has always kind of worked, I guess.
Yeah.
What was the second one? Oh, is there anything so offensive I wouldn't touch? Yeah, I can't do anything with rape. Not in real life either. I'm just not.
Rape is hilarious, Kevin.
Good, really? Handle it. Take it. Give me a funny rape. You got 10 seconds. Let's see an ad clip. Let's do it. Rape's the one I can't make funny at all. I wouldn't even try. You guys got some serious ideas out there. A couple dudes pro-rape in the audience. Ladies, the exit is this way.
And since I was 10, I started watching Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back, which really got me into all your movies. Seen them at least 5 times each.
Thanks.
And I'm just wondering, are you going to plan on sequeling Jay and Silent Bob or making a Clerks 3?
I think we're done with Jay and Silent Bob. Are you done with Jay, sir? You don't want to play Jay anymore, do you?
If you wrote another one and asked me like 6 months from now, probably, But I mean, I'm not like, oh, let's do another one. But I'm not saying I would refuse you. I can never refuse. I love you, sir.
Coming in 2010, Jay rapes Silent Bob. That's it. All bets are off. I don't think so. I think we're done, Jay and Silent Bob. If we ever did a Clerks 3, it would be kind of 10 years down the line from now when they were in their late 40s, I think. But I don't know if I could come up with anything for them to talk about in their late 40s. It'd be sad if they were still clerking and shit.
You animated.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I was wondering, like, your new Zack and Miri looks really good. And I was wondering, like, what was your inspiration to making it?
Why do I want to make it?
Yeah.
I don't know. It was something I was kind of kicking around since like '96. I wanted to make a movie about porn. But not, like a kind of straight look at porn. Just, I kind of love the idea of amateur porn. Because porn, shooting sex anybody could do. It's kind of the equivalent of me as a filmmaker. Like, the kind of movies I make, anybody can make them. They're very democratized because it doesn't take a lot of talent, it just takes a lot of people talking. Talking is very easy. Fucking is very easy. And I always felt like if the films I've made didn't work out, I would totally go direct porn. I wouldn't be in them because nobody wants to see that, but I would like shooting sex just seemed kind of cool and fun to me. And you don't need really talented people to do it. They just have to have the right parts. Some are more talented than others.
Practice makes perfect.
Yes. Thank you. Jesus. So I don't know if it's something I was kicking around for a while and just kind of seemed like the right time to hit it.